Once upon a time in ancient Egypt, there ruled a mighty pharaoh named Firaun. He ascended to the throne at a young age and was known for his ambition, intelligence, and thirst for power. Firaun was a visionary leader, and under his rule, Egypt prospered and reached new heights of greatness. However, as time went on, Firaun's desire for control and immortality grew stronger. He became obsessed with the idea of achieving godhood and ruling over his subjects as a divine figure. Firaun believed that by harnessing the powers of the gods, he could secure his position as the most powerful ruler in the world. To realize his grandiose ambitions, Firaun commissioned the construction of colossal monuments and temples dedicated to himself and the gods. He demanded that his subjects worship him as a living god, imposing strict laws and severe punishments on anyone who dared to oppose him. One day, a Hebrew baby boy named Moses was born during Firaun's reign. Fearing a prophecy that foretold the downfall of his empire by the hands of a Hebrew child, Firaun ordered the execution of all Hebrew male infants. However, Moses' mother placed him in a basket and set him adrift on the river Nile, hoping for his survival. By a twist of fate, the basket carrying baby Moses was discovered by Firaun's own sister, who took pity on the child. She decided to adopt him, raising him as her own within the palace walls. Moses grew up in the opulence of the pharaoh's court, unaware of his true heritage. As Moses reached adulthood, he became increasingly troubled by the injustices he witnessed and the suffering of his people, the Hebrew slaves. One day, while exploring the outskirts of the palace, Moses witnessed an Egyptian taskmaster brutally beating a Hebrew slave. Consumed by anger, he intervened and killed the taskmaster, realizing the weight of his actions. Word of Moses' deed reached Firaun, and he ordered his arrest. But Moses managed to escape and fled into the wilderness. There, he encountered a burning bush that spoke to him with the voice of God. Moses learned of his true destiny, to lead the Hebrew people out of Egypt and toward freedom. With divine guidance, Moses returned to Egypt and confronted Firaun, demanding the release of the Hebrew slaves. Firaun, blinded by his arrogance, refused to let his workforce go. Thus began a series of legendary events known as the 10 Plagues, brought upon Egypt by the hand of God, which included water turning to blood, swarms of locusts, and the death of the firstborn. After enduring unimaginable devastation, Firaun's heart finally softened, and he agreed to let the Hebrews leave Egypt. But his decision came too late. As the Hebrew people embarked on their journey to freedom, Firaun and his mighty army pursued them, seeking to reclaim his slaves. Moses, empowered by his unwavering faith, led the Hebrews to the edge of the Red Sea. Miraculously, the waters parted, creating a path for the fleeing people. As Firaun's army charged forward, Moses raised his staff, and the sea closed, engulfing the pursuing soldiers. In that moment, Firaun's reign came to a dramatic end. His pursuit of godhood and his oppressive rule were defeated by the will of the divine and the courage of Moses. From that day forward, Firaun became a cautionary tale, a symbol of pride, tyranny, and the inevitable downfall of those who seek to usurp the powers reserved for the gods.